After the princess tripped me, the Duke only cared about whether the princess hurt her foot, completely ignoring the flowers scattered all over the ground. He demanded I kneel down and apologize to the princess, or else he'd stop buying flour from our family forever. Faced with reality, I had no choice but to swallow my pride and apologize in front of everyone. That night, I dressed up in fancy clothes and crashed a noble's ball, hoping to get some free food and drinks. I met the handsome prince and wanted to dance with him, but the Duke came over and noticed straw sticking to my dress. He said with contempt that I was just a miller's daughter, and with the kingdom facing a financial crisis, there was no way the prince would be interested in me unless I could turn straw into gold. To save face, I blurted out that I could turn straw into gold. The whole room burst into laughter. Nobody believed me. The Duke locked me in a tower filled with straw, saying if I could turn the straw into gold within 3 days, he'd let me marry the prince. Otherwise, I'd die. I sat in the tower in despair when suddenly I heard strange laughter behind me. A weird little man appeared, calling himself Rumpelstiltskin. He said he could make all my wishes come true. I asked if he could get me out of there, but Rumpel said running away would just get me caught again. This spinning wheel was my way out. Before I could say another word, Rumpel turned straw into golden thread right in front of me. I couldn't believe it. I never thought straw could actually become gold. I told him I'd give anything to learn this skill. Rumpel pulled out a contract. If I gave him my firstborn child, he'd teach me how to get into the royal family. I signed it without hesitation because all I wanted then was to change my fate. But turning straw to gold wasn't easy to learn. I spun all night, but what came out was still just straw. Rumpel told me my belief wasn't strong enough. Magic needed emotion, the darkest emotions. Those moments that made your blood boil were the real source of power. I remembered being deliberately tricked by those noble women in the past and having to apologize publicly, the humiliation of it all. With Rumpel's guidance, I felt the anger and hatred deep inside me and finally succeeded in turning straw into gold. I got my wish and showed off this magical ability in front of everyone, making the prince fall in love with me willingly. But I wanted much more than that. I wanted real power. I started pretending to fall in love with Rumpel, using sweet words to trick him into changing the contract and giving up his claim to our first child. Then I suggested we first kill the Duke, who looked down on me, then run away together. Rumpel agreed to everything I asked. He was so easy to manipulate. In the end, I still betrayed him. I removed my own heart because I realized emotions would only get in the way of gaining real power. As for the contract with Rumpel, he could only have our child together, but I would never have children with him. And my child must become the future queen of this kingdom.